Welcome to this quick guide on the chain rule. Specifically, we are going to look at the power rule version. This is likely the most common shortcut you will use in Calculus 1. If you are tired of getting lost in the formula, this video is for you. Before we differentiate, we need to understand what we are dealing with. A composite function is like an onion. It has layers. In our case, we have an inner function, which we call g of x, wrapped inside an outer function, which raises that inner part to a power. For example, in 3x plus 1 squared, the 3x plus 1 is the inside, and the squaring is the outside. Let's quickly recall the standard power rule. When you have just x to the power of n, the derivative is simple. You bring the n down to the front and subtract 1 from the exponent. For x cubed, it becomes 3x squared. But what happens when it is not just x, but a whole function inside? Here is the general power rule formula. It looks similar to the basic rule, but with a twist. You still bring the power n down. You still subtract 1 from the exponent, but you must keep the inside function exactly the same for now. Then, the most important part, you multiply the whole thing by g prime of x, which is the derivative of that inside function. Let's try a real problem. Y equals 3x squared plus 1, all raised to the 5th power. Step 1 is identification. Ask yourself, what is inside? Here, it is 3x squared plus 1. What is outside? It is the power of 5 acting on that group. Step 2 is to apply the power rule to the outside layer. Bring the 5 down to the front, then subtract 1 from the exponent to get 4. Notice that we just copied the inside part, 3x squared plus 1. We do not touch the inside yet. Step 3 is the chain rule step. We must multiply by the derivative of the inside. The derivative of 3x squared plus 1 is 6x, so we multiply our previous result by 6x when we clean this up. 5 times 6x gives us 30x. Our final answer is 30x times the quantity 3x squared plus 1 to the 4th power. This works for trig functions too. Consider sine cubed of x first. It helps to rewrite this as sine of x, all in parentheses, cubed. Now we see the layers. Inner is sine x, outer is the cube. Bring down the 3, leave sine alone, and reduce the power to 2. Finally, multiply by the derivative of sine, which is cosine. The result is 3 sine squared x cosine x. Here is the biggest pitfall students face. They apply the power rule perfectly but forget the chain. If you differentiate x squared plus 1 to the 10th power, and you just write 10 times x squared plus 1 to the 9th, you are wrong. You must multiply by 2x, the derivative of the inside. Always check your work for this step. To wrap up, remember this 4-step checklist. 1. Identify your inner and outer functions. 2. Differentiate the outer function by moving the power. 3. Multiply by the derivative of the inner function. And 4. Simplify your algebra. Think of it as n times the box to the power of n minus 1 times the derivative of the box.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.